podcast. How we doing? We taped with Stuckey on Wednesday. I might be in the hospital by the time you hear this, and he just had a baby too, so it's a hectic week. He's here every week, Action Network. Big bets on campus, dialed on college and the NFL, and he just popped up on Netflix, so check that out. Let's dive in.
Under on sleep and under on luck. Wild card was rough. Loved Jags first half, got brutal variance. Lived through another Packers collapse straight out of that 28-3 Super Bowl nightmare. And I whiffed on the Chargers because Herbert played rattled despite clean pockets. Margins are tiny in the playoffs. A kick here or a 4th and 8 there flips everything.
Endgame in Jags-Bills with one timeout. Under a minute, I would have kneeled and bled it down. They score right away. Kickoff under the new rule, and now you're gifting life to a team with a bazooka-legged kicker. Felt like an unnecessary risk that only worked because of the pick.
You have to slide at the 1, drain to the mid-20s on the clock, and punch it in with multiple shots from the doorstep. Live odds even dropped after they scored, and Jacksonville clearly allowed the touchdown to preserve time. They got away with it, but game theory said kneel, then sneak it in with Josh.
On the Eagles' loss, Kyle rarely dials tricks, so when he does, you know it's urgent. That was a signature coaching night with bodies pulled from the practice squad. They still found answers. Against Seattle, I could see a fake punt or field goal in the bag again.
Playoffs let you flip tendencies, and they did. Fangio's structure had held him down before, but Kyle hit explosives and managed around injuries. Philly's season-long funk showed up again. The offense kept stalling, and the finale felt like the inevitable end of that pattern.
Jalen's got to run. He played like a pocket-only guy when QB Power was sitting there all game. He looked like post-ring Russ trying to prove he's a statuesque.
That was the matchup to unleash him, and they didn't. The OC deserves heat, Hurts deserves heat, and the line did too. The sideline blow-up with A.J. Brown and the flat vibe all year screamed mismanagement. I wouldn't be shocked by a big move if Sirianni stays.
Do you put yourself in the sharp bucket?
Yeah, but the number is everything. Respected accounts can be on opposite sides at different prices, and last week punished a lot of us. Early this week, I saw interest in some unders like Denver, Buffalo, and Rams, Bears. Seattle took some early nibbles. Limits will shape the real moves late.
Bills at Denver feels like a coin flip, so I'm just playing Buffalo on the money line and riding Josh. Denver's defense is fast, not bully ball, and the weather looks mild, which helps him.
I bet the under, and I think Buffalo leans more on the run than last week. Denver should be stouter with reinforcements, but they are thin at safety. In spreads near a field goal, Allen is a money line cheat code. He can just make the last play.
If they survive, Houston is a tricky matchup later, so it's not a straight shot, but we'll get there.
Nothing's easy. Both prior meetings were tight. Seeding did no favors for Buffalo or Jacksonville.
Niners, Seattle again. McDonald disguised everything last time, whereas Fangio gave tells. Prep is fresh, and they can build off last week. I think Kyle needs a gadget or two, force some punts, and make Sam throw into tight windows instead of eating clock.
You can't run on Seattle's front, so it's Shanahan versus McDonald and Purdy's ability to avoid the big mistake. If Kyle finds answers and hits explosives, you put Darnold in